you're in competition with other women. You're not actually trying to be in the moment with him.
Right.
Because if you were, you wouldn't be taking those pictures.
Right.
Like, I go out and I treat myself often. And every time I go to dinner today, every couple is on their phone. How do you think in any world that you're going to get to know a person if every single moment you spend with them, you're spending it with someone else?
Yeah, and like, how do you even know that you should be with them?
You don't. And this is why you see so many disasters
Yeah.
when it comes to relationships today.
Right.
Because people are not actually getting to know people.
Right.
You're having sex. You're doing social activities. You're posting the social activities because you're competing.
Right.
And you want to act and pretend like you're living a certain lifestyle that you may or may not be living. And you're not actually taking the time to invest in seeing whether or not this person is your person.
Right. Right.
And
No.
then you're doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long for you to identify. Anybody that knows themselves should not have a long time identifying who's their people.
Yeah, and that's another, like when we were, just a moment ago when we were talking about people not just trying to be competing, right? They're not working on themselves, their character, all those things you were talking about, their loyalty, their respect, their morals. They're not working on that at all. They're not even working on their bodies. They're going to get their bodies.
Surface.
Yeah, they're working on the physical. They're not working on the inside.
And you're right. They're not working on their bodies. They're going and having surgery, and they
Yeah.
still have 15 pounds of visceral fat around their organs.
Yeah.
And you still are most likely, you can walk down the street and still have a heart attack
Right.
because you're not going to the gym. And I'm not here to criticize anybody that chooses that route, but the reality is that we've made these fixer uppers standards.
Yeah.
You're not actually healing anything.
Yeah.
You're not improving anything.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is changing an aesthetic.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what's happened with this new wave of superficial stuff, this new wave that's happening with the superficial thing, the unfortunate thing about it is that I don't really see a decline. I don't see a decline in it. What I do see is that I do think that some women are starting to wake up because they're going and do these things and they're still not happy or they're still not successful.
Yeah.
You got your body done, but it hasn't solidified a relationship.
Yep.
You got your hair and your nails to a certain way, or you're going to these restaurants where you know all of the celebrities go, and you go into these places where you know all of the it people are, but it still hasn't changed your life.
Right. And now you're being forced to get to the point where you actually have to go within.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that is like what will get you to being wife material, right?
Yeah,
Like, you're not going to become
yeah.
wife material just by being beautiful.
No.
There's so much more that goes into it.
Absolutely. I had a discussion today, and Umar Johnson actually said this on a podcast, and he said, unattractive women can take attractive women's men. And I spoke on that because I'm like, that's powerful. Men are choosing the woman that is going to be a help to his life.
Yes.
That's going to support him the way he needs to be supported. And as superficial as we think men are, they aren't.
Yeah.
And we're seeing more attractive, highly attractive men that are with the non-American Western society aesthetic of beautiful women.
Yes, yes.
We're seeing the physically fit men choose the woman that you may think is too overweight.
Yeah.
Or we're seeing the very attractive men choose the woman that doesn't have the bone straight hair.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the model-esque body. She doesn't have these exotic features. He's choosing her, and he's choosing her because she's giving him what a man needs from a woman, and that's femininity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nurturing. That's healing.
Yeah.
That's a soft voice.
Yeah.
She's giving him intimacy. And not just physically, but she's intimate with him spiritually.
Yes.
She's intimate with him mentally, emotionally. She's a safe haven. She's a safe space for this guy. And while you are beautiful exterior, you have a beautiful exterior, internally you're not attractive.
Right, right.
You're not attractive.
And men, a good man, the man that you want is not, they don't want that.
Right.
They're not here for that.
Right.